Hey there, Ted here, BigGoofyRunner. Another one of my weekly updates for my exercising and weight loss starting in January 2021. It's been a good week, very hopeful week, and yeah, it's been pretty solid, pretty happy with how this week is going. So, start with the weight loss. I started the week last Sunday, I would have been 249, and I was pretty excited because that's below 250 is a big deal for me, and that hasn't happened in a long time. Kind of meant I was back on track and I was starting to lose weight, and that was good. 244 and a half this week was my low yesterday morning. So 4.5 pound weight loss, maybe a little much. This morning I'm back up a half pound, 245. I'm not dehydrated, so it seems legitimate. So the 249 may have been inflated a little bit last week because that's kind of a rapid loss in weight loss, but still, it's good. I haven't been to 44 and a half, 245 since sometime in 2018. So definite improvements, definite movement, definitely things that I'm doing are working. Still doing the hard-boiled eggs and protein shake for breakfast. A couple hours later, I have some more protein, whether it's bacon, something like that, bacon, cheese, that kind of thing. And then I don't have carbs until noonish of some sort. Have a normal kind of lunch, and then supper is mostly normal as well. And I just don't snack after 8:30 at night. So seems to be doing really well there. Running is not bad. There's a story, of course, the running stuff. There's always a story for me with running. Yeah, so this week, so in last week's video, I talked about how the 12-miler that was scheduled in the marathon training program I was using was just too far a reach for me at my current conditioning levels, and I'm just not ready for that length of a run yet. And yeah, just having troubles getting that kind of distance in, which, okay, that's an honest assessment of my current abilities, and just try and get the miles in another way. So my decision was I was going to take whatever that long run is in the plan and break it into two. That's okay, because I'm not actually training for a specific marathon or anything like that. I'm just trying to get healthier, and a few more days of running, one extra day of running a week is not bad, especially if I'm not hurting myself. So yeah, so that's all good. The other part of the story is I got a new treadmill Friday. It was delivered in the morning, got it all set up in the afternoon. So Friday, I'd already booked the Friday afternoon off, so that was good. It was good timing that it came then. So, but yeah, I had to, in the basement here in the rec room, we've got a big L-shape basement, and we've got a kind of, where the treadmill is, kind of own its own little room. It's blocked off, it's just the tip of the L, and it's kind of blocked off from everything else with all these bookshelves. So to get the old treadmill out, I had to move all those bookshelves. I had to, we've got a bunch of knickknacks and Disney stuff and Star Wars stuff and things like that on there. So I had to move all that stuff out of there. Wife and I did all that. Then I had to break apart the old treadmill, get it out of there and out into the garage. We did a bunch of cleanup down there. Then I had to bring the new treadmill in pieces, get it all set up in the basement, put it together. Put the rec room, put the basement back together the way it was, put the shelves back, and all that kind of stuff. So there was a lot of going up and down stairs carrying stuff that's like well over 100 pounds and things like that. So I worked the heck out of my legs. All that. Essentially a lot of squatting with these heavy weights, moving the deck and all that kind of stuff. Just the pieces, the sizes of some of the pieces were pretty heavy. And Heather helped me with, guiding and moving some of the bigger stuff. But I did most of the real heavy lifting to have the body there, the extra person there to help. But yeah, that was a lot of work. Get that all working, get that all set up, and then that was Friday afternoon, and then yesterday morning, Saturday morning was first day of spring, and it was time to do a bunch of cleaning. 3 mini Aussies in the house, lots of hair to clean up, lots of carpet to clean. So that most of the morning was vacuuming, twisting the trunk, and then I did carpet cleaning, which was twisting the trunk again, moving the big vacuum with the water containers up and down stairs and all that kind of stuff. So it was a lot of work to the core, a lot of work to the knees. And legs and that kind of stuff. So my body is beat up. Like it's it's not damaged, it's not broken. My back doesn't feel great, but it's sore muscles as opposed to I pulled something, that kind of thing. So it's that is impacting my energy to run, obviously, and I've done a lot of work to my legs. So, but I have tried the new treadmill. I have done 2 runs. Friday I did a regularly scheduled 3 miles on it. But as I said, I'd spent most of Friday afternoon essentially doing lunges and squats with heavy weights by moving the treadmills. So it wasn't a fantastic run, but I could tell how much better that treadmill was for me than the old one was. And then yesterday I did the 9 miles is my long run for this week. I'm breaking it up. 3 yesterday, 6 today. The 3 I did yesterday were a little tougher. Part of that was what I actually selected to kind of watch or listen to, and just what I was watching didn't give me energy to run, so I had to change partway through, and then I sped up and stuff like that. But my legs definitely still exhausted from all the work I'd done over the last 2 days. So, yeah, so not great from that viewpoint for a run, but it was still done, and I'm not sure I could have done it on the old treadmill. The old treadmill, I probably would have had to walk on it. So just feels better, this treadmill. I'll get into that a bit more in a second, but it just feels better. And then, so now I still need to do 6 miles, but I'll do that later today. I'm just trying to rebuild the energy in my body, because I didn't realize just how much effort and how much energy I'd put into the last 2 days. Like this morning I got up with the dogs, usual time, 6:30, 6:45, fed them, took them out, and then I immediately fell back to sleep on the couch. I don't do that. I'm never really able to do that. Once I wake up in the morning, even if I'm tired, I'm up. The brain gets working and I'm awake and I have to do stuff. And I fell back to sleep on the couch for a couple hours, at least a couple hours. So I was definitely still exhausted. My body's still just trying to catch up from those 2 days of heavy work. So it should be rested now, but let fuel from this morning and that kind of stuff get worked into the muscles. Then I'll run later, and hopefully that'll be good. But I don't expect to see a really good rested run until I do my regularly scheduled run on Tuesday. I think that's a 3 miler, but I should be able to really see what the treadmill's like for then. Heather, my wife, has used the treadmill for her, and she really loves how it feels. Feels energized on the treadmill as opposed to defeated on the treadmill. It's what it is. I think the major difference between the two, besides there's a mental safety aspect for the new treadmill versus the old one that I'll get into in a sec, but what I think it is the deck. The deck is more rigid on the new one. Now, some people might not like that, but what it does is that all the effort you put in goes into the motion, into the movement. Whereas the old treadmill, there was a little too much give, and I think it was supposed to be good for the joints, but what it did is it sucked energy out of the joints and out of the run. And so, you would set what you thought your pace was, and it would be way more exhausting than it needed to be. And it's not that it was exhausting cardiovascularly, it just tired out the legs because they're putting in more effort to do the same thing than it should have. So not running onto that in the new treadmill. The new treadmill as well, the safety thing is there's always something in the back of my head that the controls were not responsive on the old treadmill. Hit the button, it might not take it. Hit the button again, it might take it. It might go up what the button says, it might go up double what the button says, or it might go up 10 times what the button says. Like, I've literally gone and hit up 0.1 miles an hour, and it's taken off, and by the time I stopped it had increased my speed by 3 miles an hour. Dangerous to try and do high intensity or interval training on it, because you don't know if it's going to respond to your touch or to your controls. This new one, dedicated buttons, not touch screen. Every time I've hit a button, it's worked. I feel safer on it, and without it trying to eat the energy of my legs unnecessarily, I feel much more energized about it. So what it comes down to is extremely hopeful that treadmill's really going to work very well for us. So that's a definite major positive. What it comes down to is both wife and I are down like over 20 pounds since the beginning of January, just from the various things we've done for diet and exercise and things like that. And now with the new treadmill, we feel energized, and we're going to be able to just with the new treadmill, we're just feeling energized. We're going to be able to push harder, further, faster, stronger. Fantastic. So I actually feel like there's a chance I can train properly to do a marathon again, whereas on the other treadmill, I just wasn't sure. And it's interesting to see, because that treadmill, buying that treadmill, corresponds to when my marathon training went. Is it just one of the factors? Probably, but it definitely seemed to be working actively against us. We can see that already, but we'll see as time goes on. Right now, it just might be a mental placebo type effect, but considering how exhausted I was from all the work I was doing over the last 2 days, all the physical labor where I was working my legs and my core hard, the fact that I was even able to run gives me a positive vibe on this treadmill. So we'll see as it goes along. So over on the BigGoofyRunner and family channel, I'll put a link in the description, we're going to have a video go up on the unboxing of that treadmill. I still need to edit it. I've recorded it all, but I still need to edit that. That should go up soon. So if you want to see an unboxing and just kind of an overview of the treadmill we bought, that'll be there. And then after we've used it for about a month, we'll do another video, just kind of what are the pros and cons, what are the quirks we've found on it, and that kind of stuff. Because right now we've got the honeymoon period where we're like, oh, thank God we're not using that old treadmill. But we'll see after a month how we're feeling. I still expect it's going to be generally positive, but yeah, this treadmill we got is generally positive reviews from what we can see. So, but we'll see as time goes on. That will go up on the BigGoofyRunner and family channel, and yeah, that'll be good. As of yesterday, I have hit a 2 years that I have been doing daily chin-ups, dips, and push-ups every morning. Not a lot, just a few, like 5-6 chin-ups, that kind of thing, 10 tricep dips, 10 push-ups, that kind of thing, every morning. I would do it every morning before I went to work, and now I've been working from home. I do it every morning before I come in my home office. It would be very similar to somebody that, has to climb a set of stairs every morning to leave their apartment or whatever. I just wanted an exercise that was going to be done every day. I did something, and I think it was me mentally grasping to try and say, I can still do something every day. I can still do something regularly. As I saw my marathon training programs die over and over and over again as I attempted to get back in shape, I needed to hold on to something that said I could still do exercising. So that's what was my thing. So it's not that I'm getting better at chin-ups or anything like that. In fact, I'm probably actively working against myself by doing the exercises every single day. So I'm not getting necessarily stronger at it. It's just a habit of doing the thing, but it's just good to do the thing. It's a mental exercise more than physical at this point. So that's good. I mentioned working from home. As of this week, I've hit a year. I've been working from home as well. So that's good. And yeah, since January, I'm still doing all my daily little check marks I give myself, where I do little micro breaks and do a set of weights or whatever of, bicep curls or tricep extensions or, whatever, squats, lunges, things like that. So I'm getting all those. I haven't missed a checkbox on one of those yet. So that's all working great. So what I'm doing seems to be working well. I'm feeling very energized about that. Just positive all around this week. So lots of milestones this week as well. So, and that's going great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this next week brings. Understanding that with the drop I did this week, I'm not going to see that kind of a fast drop again this week. If I do, I probably need to readjust what I'm doing. So I'm probably trying to lose weight too fast, and that will have longer term consequences to the weight loss. I want to make sure I'm doing it at a nice pace and not something that's going to cause backlash in the body, that kind of deal. So, But that seems to be going good. I think I'm going to end the video here on that positive note that everything is going great and it's been a good week. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next video.